Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with another subscriber requested video for you. So I was recently asked to do a video about brown sugar perfumes, and I don't have a ton. I think I've only got 7 fragrances here. Because brown sugar just isn't a super common note, but the fragrances that I do have are all they all have a very, very prominent brown sugar note. So anyways, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start with one of the strongest brown sugar fragrances that I've got in my collection, and that is this one here from Gallagher Fragrances, and this is Rosé All Day. This has an incredibly strong and prominent brown sugar note in it. I love this perfume anyways. This is rose and apple and plum and tonka and a very beautiful, sweet, strong brown sugar note. I love this scent. It's one of my favorite fall scents in my collection. I mean, it's just one of my favorite scents in my collection, period. It's funny because when I very first tested this years and years ago, I did not like it. The stainless steel came out on my skin too much, and I hate metallic notes in perfume. But then I tested it again a couple years later, and I fell in love with it, and I immediately bought this bottle of it. And I have loved it ever since. But this has one of the strongest brown sugar notes I think I've ever smelled in a perfume, and it's just phenomenal. I love this fragrance so much. So that is the first one. That is Gallagher Rosé All Day. Okay, next we have a Laura Mercier perfume. This is actually the original formulation. I think that the new formulation also has brown sugar in it. This is a fragrance from Laura Mercier. This is called Ombre Vene, and this is another one that has a very prominent brown sugar note in it. It is like a sweet amber vanilla fragrance, but with a very sweet, prominent brown sugar note. I love this. That's the thing about brown sugar. Brown sugar will make something so sweet. Usually that's fine for me. Usually that works for me. I've got one perfume in this bunch here that does not work for me though, and it's one that I actually just tested. I only have a sample of it, but yeah, usually brown sugar is fine. I think that the one that doesn't work for me is the only one so far that I've ever tested that I didn't enjoy. But anyways, this is a very sweet brown sugar, vanilla, and amber scent, and it is gorgeous. So anyways, that is Laura Mercier Ombre Vene. That is the original formulation, but I'm pretty sure the new formulation has brown sugar in it as well. Okay, next, this is one of my favorite Dossier scents. I love this perfume so much. This is a fragrance from Dossier, and this is called, I think it's called Fruity Brown Sugar now. They changed the name. It used to be Floriental Brown Sugar. I'm pretty sure it's Fruity Brown Sugar now. This is a clone of YSL Mon Paris, and I love this scent. This one is raspberry and pear and orange blossom. It's got a very prominent, sweet brown sugar note in it. It's got a little bit of patchouli in it, some vanilla. It's just a really, really beautiful, sweet, fruity brown sugar fragrance. I love it. There's a reason why this fragrance, especially years ago when YSL Mon Paris first came out, there's a reason that everybody was wearing this perfume, because it's just such a beautiful fragrance. And the raspberry note in this one is so prominent too. It is the most beautiful, like juicy raspberry, pear, brown sugar, and patchouli scent. It's fantastic. I love it. I think this is my favorite scent from Dossier so far. I love it. It smells exactly like the real thing. In fact, I've never felt the need to purchase a bottle of the real thing because the Dossier dupe is so good. So anyways, that is Fruity Brown Sugar from Dossier. Such a good one. Okay, I have an oil. This is an oil from Sweet Essentials, and this is just a brown sugar oil. I picked this up just to use to layer with, and it is so good. Oh my gosh, it's just such a good single note, pure, sweet brown sugar. And that's exactly what it smells like. If you open a box of brown sugar and like stick your nose in there, this oil smells exactly like that. It's so, so good. I love this oil. In fact, this is one that lives out because I use this to layer with a lot, and this is one that can be worn on its own though. It just smells so good, even on its own. I love this scent. This is one of the better oils that I've gotten from Sweet Essentials too. This is one of my favorite ones ever. So anyways, that is just a plain brown sugar oil. Okay, next I have this. This is a fragrance that I don't know that I've ever heard anybody else besides myself talk about. It definitely doesn't last a very long time, like it doesn't perform super well, but it's such an underrated vanilla fragrance in my opinion. This is a fragrance from Camille Beckman, and this is called French Vanilla. And I love this scent. It smells like vanilla ice cream, but it does have a very prominent, like sugary sweet brown sugar note in it. So if you could imagine like vanilla ice cream drizzled with brown sugar, that's what this perfume smells like. I love it so much. This is another one that lives out because sometimes I'll just spray this on by itself, but I love to layer with this one as well. And this one does not perform well at all. Like you'll get all of maybe 10 minutes out of it. So usually when I wear this, it's like I'll be in between perfumes and I'll spray it on just to enjoy it for a little bit, or I'll layer with this. I'll put on some kind of a vanilla oil or another vanilla perfume and I'll just layer this. This is like $10. Last I checked, this was $10 on the Camille Beckman website. You can also get, I believe, I think there's like a whole brown sugar line. Like you can get a lotion, maybe soap or something. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've looked. But this is my favorite Camille Beckman fragrance. I have tried a few others, and this is by far my favorite. But anyways, it does have a very prominent brown sugar note in it. And this is another one that this is great to layer with the brown sugar oil. And the combination of the brown sugar oil and the Camille Beckman fragrance, I can get a couple hours usually, like 2 or 3 hours really, out of the combination. It's really, really yummy. It's really good. So anyways, this is a little underrated gem that I absolutely love. This is French Vanilla from Camille Beckman. Okay, next, this is, I don't even know if they make this perfume anymore. I hope they do. But this is a fragrance from Fresh, and this is called Brown Sugar. This is basically lemon and sugary brown sugar. And it smells like a, oh my gosh, it smells like a sugary vanillic lemon drop. But the sugar note in it is a very strong brown sugar note. It is delicious. If you love citrus perfumes or lemon perfumes, this, in my opinion, is a must-have. This is actually a lemon perfume that is like a beast on me. Usually lemon perfumes or just citrus perfumes in general don't perform super well on me. This one is a monster. This is more of like a gourmand lemon too. It's definitely more of like a creamy, kind of vanillic, sweet, sugary lemon. It's so good. It's such a good one. This is the original formulation of this. I think it's been reformulated, and actually I don't even know if they make this fragrance anymore. I hope they do. I will look for it, and if I can find it, I will link it. I love this perfume though, and again, it does have a very strong brown sugar note in it. So that is Fresh Brown Sugar. And then last but not least, I left this one for last because this is a perfume that actually does not work for me at all. I just tested this for the first time last week in one of my sample of the day videos. This is a fragrance from Gucci, and this is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. So it's so funny because like the YSL Mon Prix, it also has a pear brown sugar combination. But the pear brown sugar combination in this gets just, it goes sickening sweet on me. There's also some kind of a synthetic wood in this. I didn't see any kind of synthetic wood in the note breakdown, but I don't think that the note breakdown is complete on Fragrantica. But there's some kind of a synthetic wood in this that really, really comes out very strong on my skin. So with the combination of the synthetic wood that comes out on my skin and the way too sweet pear brown sugar combination, it was just a no-go for me. However, there are a lot of people out there that were like, no, I love that fragrance. It smelled so good on me. And that's amazing. If this smelled good on me, I would love it too, because I love the note breakdown. This has a very, very strong brown sugar note in it though. And between the brown sugar and the pear, it goes very, very saccharine sweet on me, like overly sweet on my skin, which I probably wouldn't have minded that if it didn't have that synthetic wood note in it on top of it. But this reminded me a lot of, and I said this in that sample of the day video, there's I think it was called Vene Premier Delices, I think is what that fragrance was called. It's also like a pear. It was also a very sweet pear fragrance, and it also had that same kind of synthetic wood note in it, and it smelled very similar to what this smelled like on me. But if this works for you, it's got a really gorgeous brown sugar note in it. So it's like pear and jasmine and brown sugar. And it's a very, very prominent, strong brown sugar note. And yeah, if you are looking for a brown sugar fragrance, they've got, there are samples of this on FragranceNet. I definitely recommend picking it up and giving it a test to see if it works on you. If it does, it's a really gorgeous fragrance. Or if it does work on you, it will be a really gorgeous fragrance on you. Sadly, it just didn't work on me. So anyways, that is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. And that is gonna be it, guys. Those are most of the brown sugar fragrances that I've got in my collection. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.